In 1981, 3 engineers founded SMA and became pioneers of the global energy transition. Their vision was to provide renewable energies to people across the globe. Our mission is now more relevant than ever. We want to shape the energy transition with your help. Welcome to Let's Talk Energy. Broadcasting live from the new Solar Academy studio at our SMA headquarters in Kassel, Germany. Learn all about the latest innovations and developments at SMA. Let's get started.
Good afternoon and welcome to Let's Talk Energy. My name is Javier Fernandez from SMA Ibérica in the sales team. We are here today in Spain to talk about SMA Engineering Services with my colleague Carmen Garralaga. Hi Carmen.
Hi Javier, thank you for the introduction and good afternoon. My name is Carmen Garralaga and I'm responsible for the engineering services that SMA offers for large-scale projects. I have been working at SMA for longer than 8 years now. I joined SMA in the UK in 2013 as an application engineer. And then after 3 years, I moved to California to work also for SMA at SMA America. And I stayed there for 3 years also, and finally I moved back to Europe a couple of years ago to start with engineering services. And I work now remotely from Spain, but I work in direct contact with our colleagues in Germany.
So you have been traveling all around the world.
Yes, yeah, I can say that I have a broad overview of different markets worldwide, yes.
Carmen, what can you tell us about your current role in SMA?
So we started a couple of years ago in 2019 with engineering services because we saw there was an increasing demand of support for our customers in more challenging projects. So we started more intensively supporting customers in Australia, but because there was more demand there. But now we are supporting projects worldwide, and we have increased a lot in terms of the number of projects and also in terms of the number of people working at SMA Engineering Services. And now we have the main experts located in Germany, but also we have other people local in different markets that are working on a strong network of engineers to support our customers.
I think we have a video.
Yes, exactly. So we have now a video where we show an example of how we can support very challenging and large-scale projects, and also we see how we are supporting them with engineering services.
My name is Ana and I'm a Key Account Manager at SMA Solar Technology. Today we are in Midden-Groningen on the largest PV plant in the Netherlands, which can provide approximately 30,000 households with green energy. As a Key Account Manager in SMA Solar Technology, I am the first contact person for the parties involved in this project, which are Blue Elephant Energy, Chint Astronergy and Goldbeck Solar. SMA offers a full portfolio of PV system solutions, starting from engineering services like the grid studies or even plant layout. Then our plug-and-play turnkey solutions like the medium voltage power station, including our inverters as well as the medium voltage components, and also the after-sales services such as preventative maintenance, extended warranty, diagnosis and repair, and also operation and maintenance.
My name is Sasha. I'm the Technical Director at Blue Elephant Energy. As a Technical Director, I'm responsible for the due diligence process to make sure that the project meets our internal standards of quality. This project here in Midden-Groningen is the biggest project we have in our company history. It is 103 megawatts, which equals 316,000 solar panels and 28 central inverters with 3 megawatts each. We've worked together with SMA for many years, and this being the biggest project in the Netherlands, we needed a reliable project partner that also provides the right products for a project of this size?
I'm the project manager of this site and specifically responsible for the construction of a photovoltaic section of this project. So SMA provides what is called generally the generator, and the generator in this case and specifically for high voltage installations has the requirement to help the network to remain stable. So in connection with a power plant controller what we installed here, SMA provides reactive power, active power, voltage control, all a series of functionalities that makes the network in this area stable. So for instance, in this site, SMA installed the functionality Q at night. It means that it provides reactive power by night and we stabilize the grid. And it has all a series of functions that are coordinated with a power plant controller that is installed in the primary substation here in order to actively see and react to the network currents and conditions. And this, as I said, is part of a grid compliance and was so far so good, it was complied.
What I liked on this project and in general on SMA is that they are available. If you have questions, you can write them. They're very supportive. If they notice that there are some big challenge and it's very important, that they take the time and support you on this project.
From an SMA perspective, this is one of the first projects that has been equipped with the DC coupling ready function, which gives the customer the possibility to retrofit this PV site with a battery storage system at any time very easily, which makes this PV plant actually future-proof.
Nice video. This is a good example of how energy markets are changing. In this case, we see that the solar plant provides functionality to stabilize the grid.
Yes, so now the energy markets are in a process of transformations. So we see there are a lot of changes. For example, we see that there's an increasing share of decentralized energy generators because there are more renewable energy plants connected to the grid in different parts of the grid. Also, we see that the energy storage costs are falling, so there are more battery storage systems connected as well. There is an increasing demand of the electrical energy, and also there is an increasing need of stability solutions because we have more decentralized generators, more demand, and at the end that requires some stabilization. And also another big change is the digitalization of the energy sector in general.
So in what way this transformation is impacting energy providers?
So at the end, this transformation is impacting the solutions, and we see that the system complexity is increasing a lot. The projects are more complex and more difficult to accomplish, and because there are more requirements. Also, there is some coordination required from the different parts, the generation, the consumption, and also storage. And that requires some control and coordination systems. Also, renewable energy plants now, they have to take over system responsibility, so they have to really stabilize in the grid, not only inject current and inject energy, but also supporting the grid for stabilization. And finally, also the digitalization is making that there is a demand for new digital solutions and also services.
I see. That means that the solar projects are becoming more and more complex and more challenging for our customers.
Exactly, and this is why we started offering engineering services to really support our customers to overcome and face these challenging requirements. And at the end, we can support them from engineering services, the support they need in different topics. For example, we can support them in grid studies because they are difficult to accomplish and to make. Also, we can help them in battery storage design because this typically is more difficult, and we see some customers might not know so well how to design and size battery systems. Also, we provide them the specialized engineering support that we will see later a little bit. And last but not least, also the grid forming technology performance, which is a very new topic.
And in terms of grid studies, how can we support our customers?
Yeah, so with our grid model experts, we ensure that renewable power plants are fully compliant and they are meeting the requirements from the grid operators. So a great example is the success story in Australia. This is a very challenging market when it comes to the grid integration because it requires to do a lot of grid studies in PSSC, in PSCAD, and at the end, these are really difficult and they take months. So we really had a very successful story. We achieved 100% connection success with the support of our team. And we were market leaders. So we have sold already more than 5 gigawatts in utility scale projects in this market, which is a lot. And most of them, they were supported by the team and the experts from grid models.
That's really impressive. Actually, I have recently read that the top 8 best performance solar assets are in Australia with our solutions, with our inverters.
Yeah, with SMA inverter solutions, exactly.
Fantastic. And now moving to another interesting topic that everybody's talking about, battery storage. We find customers that are expert in PV, that's very usual, but because their lack of experience, they don't have so good knowledge with the storage. So what can we offer to them?
Yeah, so for those customers that they don't know very well how to design battery storage systems because they might be experts in solar, as you said, but they might not know how to size the battery system, we can help them with the design of the battery storage system. And this requires a little bit more of expertise because there are a lot of variants. There are different applications, use cases, concepts of battery storage, and so on.
And how engineering services from SMA offer a solution for every kind of plant.
So we can really adapt our services to match the demand of our customers. So for example, there are different types of applications. We can help them with microgrids, for example. Right now we are supporting them. We are supporting a customer for a hybrid system, which is in a gold mine in Africa. And this is a hybrid system with gensets, diesel gensets, with a PV solar plant, and also a battery storage system. Also, there are other types of applications, for example, grid services. And currently, we are also helping a customer to size a battery system in Japan to provide some ancillary services, and for example, frequency response, and we are helping them also to size the battery. And the last application, for example, that we have here is the renewable integration. This is when we have battery storage together with either wind or with solar, and then we couple the battery storage system, and we are helping some other customers also in Japan, in Spain, in the UK, with this type of application.
And what about the different solutions for battery integration with solar PV? I mean, the different architecture, DC or AC.
Yes. So there are 2 different types of concepts mainly. We have AC coupling battery concept or architecture, where we will have the solar system with the inverter, and then we will have the battery, battery energy storage system with a dedicated inverter. So both inverters are connected to the grid. We can also have the DC coupling concept, which means that we will have one single inverter where we will have the solar system, and then we will have the battery storage system to get coupled together to the same inverter. And the battery storage is connected through a DC-DC converter. So we can really compare both options for our customers, not only technically but also economically. And recently we were doing some comparisons for a specific customer, actually in Spain, where we were calculating the internal rate of return, so also an economical calculation, the payback time of the different scenarios with AC coupling, with DC coupling. Also for the DC coupling, different DC-AC ratios of the PV plant were considered. And at the end, this can really help our customers to make business decisions and also to be ready for the future.
Another very interesting topic is the specialized engineering support that we can present to our customer. Please, Carmen, tell us what is it and what are the key benefits for them?
So basically, specialized engineering support is to put in direct contact our experts with our customers. So we can support them for the very challenging projects in different topics. For example, when it comes to grid modeling, because we are experts in that topic and we know how to support them. Also for battery storage technology, they typically have a lot of questions about how the system works, how the inverters interact with the battery system, and so on. Also, it's regarding communication and control topics. Typically, there are a lot of questions, how this coordination between the battery and the control systems are done. And finally, integration testing. For example, our customers, sometimes they have their control systems, they want to test it, they want to see how it works, and we can really support them in a very dedicated way. And this support can really make a difference for their projects.
So you really want to make our customer life easier.
Exactly.
What are the benefits for them?
So by supporting them directly, we can provide them with a very faster resolution time. So at the end, this avoids future hurdles during the execution and commissioning phases. So they can have the proper design at the beginning, and they can have at the end a risk reduction, because we can check the system is properly designed, it is working properly in the first stages of the project. At the end, they get the experience, the process is smoother and they don't have so many issues later on. This will reduce costs, and at the end, it's making their lives really easy.
And now, the more specialized topic in the area of large-scale solar plants, grid forming. This is a very innovative topic, even for grid operators. So I guess that you have a lot of requests from our customers.
Yes, so grid forming technology now is what everybody's talking about. Actually is not something new for SMA, because we have been using grid forming inverters for a long time. Our iconic Sunny Island was already a grid forming inverter. Basically, a grid forming inverter is creating the grid on the AC side. And also we were using this type of technology with Sunny Central storage inverters connected in microgrids and also off-grid systems. What is new now about grid forming technology is that this kind of technology is connected also to the grid, and it is providing also some applications and functionalities to stabilize the grid. And why this is important is because, as we were seeing earlier, this transformation of the energy systems, where we have more renewable energy plants connected to the grid, this is also causing some stabilization issues. Also, the synchronous power plants are getting retired. The synchronous power plants are based on synchronous machines, and they are also providing stability, like they are providing inertia, voltage, fault current, and so on. And because they are getting retired, these means of stabilization are also going away. So with the grid forming technology, we can support the grid in this way by providing these functionalities, like inertia or fault current, for example. And we were recently supporting customers in different projects, for example, in the Pathfinder Phase 2 in the UK, in Scotland. And this was a program released by National Grid, where it was required to provide specifically inertia and fault current. And we were helping our customers to design properly the system and also to do the grid studies. So this is a very innovative way of supporting grids, and we are now seeing this growing demand, as you were saying.
Great. I think it has been a very good overview of all SMA Energy Engineering Services and expert support that we can offer to our customers through your team. And more or less, can you tell us how many projects we have support in this beginning?
Mm-hmm. So there has been a lot of projects worldwide. As we were saying initially, we were supporting more in Australia because of the challenging nature of this market. And now we see the demand going into other areas of the world, like US, UK, or other parts of Europe, for example, and Japan. And at the end, overall, I think we have supported around 4 gigawatts of projects with engineering services, which is a huge number of projects. And the demand is really growing now.
Yeah, fantastic. And last but not least, can you tell us 5 reasons why customers should rely on SMA for engineering services?
Yeah, so first, because we can really tailor the technical expertise that they need to ensure the power plants are fully compliant, they are properly designed, they get optimal performance and availability. Then, because they get really direct access to our SMA engineering teams, and that will drive success for the design and the solution of the energy system. Then, because we can minimize the complexity of their projects, we can reduce the risk and the costs during the later stages of the project. And at the end, SMA can become like one-stop shop where we can offer the customer hardware like the inverters, the transformer stations, the control systems, but also engineering within engineering services, and also other services like on-site support or remote support and operation and maintenance.
Great. Thanks a lot, Carmen, for being here today and explaining all about engineering services with SMA.
Yeah, thank you, Javier, and thank you everyone for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you in the WebEx chat and answering your questions.
Thank you for your attention. We look forward to your questions and comments during the discussion with experts. Just follow the link.